This slide outlines the key topics that will be covered in the presentation. As a business analyst, it is important to understand and produce different types of documentation and diagrams that support requirements gathering, system analysis, and communication with stakeholders. The agenda highlights visual tools to capture system requirements, use cases, UML, UI/UX planning artifacts, wireframes, system-level analysis tools, data flow diagrams, standard UML diagrams that BAs should be familiar with. This roadmap will help frame the discussion and guide participants through the core deliverables expected in BA documentation. Use case diagrams. Use case diagrams are a foundational tool in requirement gathering. They depict what the system should do from the user's perspective and help identify the actors, users, or other systems, and their interactions with the system through specific use cases. These diagrams are critical for communicating scope with stakeholders, defining boundaries between the system and external users, serving as a foundation for further requirements elaboration. They are typically high-level, but extremely useful in stakeholder workshops, especially in early project phases. Use case descriptions. While diagrams provide a visual overview, each use case should be documented with detailed textual descriptions. This helps ensure clarity and completeness, especially when multiple teams are involved in design and development. The standard use case description includes use case name, the functionality, actor S involved, preconditions, what must be true before execution, basic flow, normal scenario step-by-step, alternate flows, errors, exceptions, post-conditions, result after execution. This slide emphasizes the importance of narrative clarity and how structured formats improve traceability and development accuracy. Wireframes. Wireframes are visual blueprints of the user interface, used to illustrate layout, element placement, and navigation flow without getting into detailed design. As a BA, wireframes help bridge the gap between business requirements and UI design, communicate the look and feel of the system to stakeholders early, validate navigation, logic, and interaction points. They're particularly useful in agile environments where early and iterative feedback is crucial. Tools like Figma, Balsamic, or Sketch are commonly used to produce these mockups. Data flow diagrams, DFD. DFDs are critical for understanding how data moves through a system. Unlike process diagrams, they emphasize data sources, destinations, transformations, and storage rather than control logic. Key levels. Level 0, context diagram, high-level overview of system and external entities. Level 1, breaks down major processes into sub-processes for deeper understanding. BAs use DFDs to visualize system boundaries, identify data inputs/outputs, analyze how business data is processed across modules. This diagram type is especially useful when working with data-centric systems or database-driven applications. UML overview. UML, Unified Modeling Language, provides a standardized approach to modeling software systems. It helps BAs and technical teams collaborate using a common visual language. This slide provides an overview of UML's relevance to business analysts, focusing on diagrams that support process modeling, e.g., activity state diagrams, explain system behavior, e.g., sequence diagrams, describe system structure, e.g., class component diagrams. UML diagrams help in understanding current systems, as is, designing new systems, to be, and providing documentation for developers and testers. Activity diagram. Activity diagrams are used to model business processes or workflow sequences. They show how activities are coordinated, including decisions, parallel processes, and loops. BAs use these to visualize user system, behavior in business processes, identify decision points, bottlenecks, or rework loops, help stakeholders validate the flow of operations. This type of diagram is especially useful in requirements workshops and process reengineering efforts. Sequence diagram. Sequence diagrams focus on interactions over time between users, systems, and components. They show how messages are exchanged in a chronological order. These are useful for capturing system logic, especially in transactional or event-driven systems, clarifying integration points between systems or services, defining APIs or detailed system behaviors. For a BA, sequence diagrams help communicate how different parts of a system interact during a specific process, such as user authentication or order fulfillment. Component diagram. Component diagrams show how the system is broken into modular, replaceable parts, components, and how they interact. These diagrams focus on the physical and logical organization of the software, highlighting dependencies and interfaces. Business analysts may not always create these, but understanding them is important when working with architects or technical leads, system integration planning, solution impact analysis. They are especially valuable in projects involving microservices, enterprise integrations, or software product roadmaps. Summary. This slide wraps up the presentation with a concise review of what was covered. It reinforces the value of each diagram type and their roles in capturing requirements, communicating effectively with stakeholders, supporting design and development teams. BAs use these artifacts to ensure business goals are understood, documented, and translated into actionable development tasks. A combination of these tools leads to fewer misunderstandings, better designs, and more successful projects.